So about Wolf and education in Pennsylvania, because I don't like Corbett. But one thing that I'm kind of confused is that Corbett's they're saying like we need more money for education in the state, that Corbett's been cutting it. But in reality, he's actually spent more on education.
No, he hasn't. That's not true.
Well,
that is so not true. People do
it
not
is.
understand. Well, maybe the numbers look it. But we have 36 first graders in one classroom. Nobody would believe that. And a third of the class is ESOL children who need extra services.
Right.
Okay, in one of the classrooms. How do you do that? How do you give those children the education they deserve with that many children? It's impossible.
Oh, I agree.
It's impossible.
But is it really a money problem that they have? Because, for example, where I grew up, I was fortunate enough my parents were able to send me to a Catholic school.
Right.
But the school district in my area is bottom 10 in the state, not 10%, like 10 out of 500.
I agree with that.
And K through 12, it costs on average about $14,000, I think 12 or 14,000 per student.
Right.
My high school cost about $6,500. And I got a very good education. So there's an example there where it costs less than half.
I understand all of that. I understand that. Education partly is you have to want it. You do have to want it. And if a child comes to school wanting it, yeah, they can get it.
Right.
But in this city, we have a lot of children coming to the city from other countries, and their parents want to help them, but they don't speak English. So how do you help your child do their homework if you can't speak English?
Right.
So a lot of it is put on the teachers. And we work, I know I go to work at least a half hour before I need to be there. I also stay many days an hour to an hour and a half longer than I need to be there. I have worked through my prep. I have worked through my lunch. How much more can I do?
Right.
I can't. I go home exhausted. And then with the thing changes in the state, and I don't think half of the people realize all the changes on teachers. Teachers go home and work 5-6 more hours to do lesson plans that are out of control. Okay, there's so much to the job, and a lot of the people think we're paid 12 months out of the year. You know, we are, but our pay is for 10 months. It is paid to us in 26 payments. They hold back money from every paycheck. I don't get what I earned in that 2-week period. So money is held back, so I'm paid over the summer. I don't get extra money. Okay? In Philadelphia, they want us to pay toward our health insurance. Depending on what level you're at, it's 5 to 13%. Well, I'm a single mom. I have 2 children. They like to eat. They like to do all those things that they need. Cutting that or making me pay that much more money cuts into what I need. I have to get a second job. We haven't had a pay increase in years. We haven't had a contract. This is the second year. Why should I take a pay cut where the suburbs where I live and whatnot, they get paid $20,000 or more than I make, and they don't have 36 kids in a classroom. Okay, they pay 5% toward the benefits. Okay, we're not allowed to picket and go on strike. There's so many things we as Philadelphia teachers cannot do. How is that fair?
Right, it really sounds...
We have the SRC telling what can and cannot be. Those people are not educators. Bill Green's not an educator. Has he come and seen anything about what we do? Walk the halls and see what it looks like at lunchtime. We have so many children.
Right. Yeah, so it's like someone that you've never met is from far away is imposing rules on you when they have really no idea what your life is about.
Exactly. Come in and spend a week. Don't spend it just with me. Spend it with lots of people. See what we deal with. Okay? Just see the sheer numbers. I work at one of the largest schools. Okay? I used to love what I do, and I still do love the kids, but it's not the resources. It's the truth. Everybody's buying paper, ink for printers, pencils, paper towels, toilet paper, pens, markers, crayons. It doesn't ever end.
Right.
You know, books for kids to read. And parents have, you know, the kids come to school with bagfuls of stuff in the beginning of the year, tissues and God knows what. Why? I was in an airport. There was a bathroom fully stocked. I needed something else. I could get the things I need in the world. Why did? And we have the things. It's not that we don't have cleaners to put it in. Can you imagine?
Right. So it sounds like it's kind of just a lose-lose situation for the teachers and the kids right now, the way it's set up.
The way it's set up, but everybody's working so hard to educate them.
Right, and that's the problem.
Everybody.
You're working hard, and I truly believe that you are, but you just feel like you're not getting anywhere, and I'm sure the kids are
I don't
frustrated.
feel that. I do try really hard, and
Right.
I think that the kids are getting somewhere. It's just such a hard way to get there. You know what I mean? It's just a hard way to get to that place.
Probably the
That's
limo
all.
on the corner.
Right.
You know? I don't know. Philadelphia, they have free breakfast, free lunch. You know, they're doing as much as they can. I don't, know how much more we can all do with a lot of these kids. But we do try, and we try so hard.
So do you,
I used to keep clothes in my room, tons of clothes. And if a child needed something, I gave it to them. If a child had a fire at their house, they went home with a bag of clothes.
right, that's great.
Because people used to give them to me, and I kept them in a big closet, and I'd lay them out sometimes and say, here, fill up a bag.
No, and that's really wonderful you did
Okay,
that. And that's,
I met with girls over the years, and I put some of the kids that were really troubled with some of the kids that were really super, and they didn't know how I picked who. And I bought the pizza for the lunch and paid for pizza so the girls could sit and just have a conversation.
right.
I don't do it this year so much.
So do you think that maybe if more of the control and decision making were put on the teachers and the students and the parents together, we'd have a better...
I'd like us to go back to a board that had an education background, that had an idea of what we needed to see what really we're about. Not someone to say to a superintendent who wanted to buy books for $67 million, why don't you pilot the program? That's what other schools do. You know, when my son was little, I got a phone call. We'd like to put him in this pilot reading program. We're trying it in a classroom. They do it for a year. They talk to the teachers. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you like it? What's it about? Do you think we should buy it? Not, oh, we like the name, so we'll just put it in.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine? And then spend $67 million for something?
I don't think it's they like the name. I think it's they like their
No.
buddy who does the
Well, maybe it's
the
a
publishing
kickback.
company.
I mean, you look at what we've endured over the years. I don't mean to be rude or mean, but we had Vallis. Where's the artwork? He took all the art, from the old buildings. Where is it? Where's the money for it? He left here and went to New Orleans. Then he left there and went to Haiti. Think about it.
Right.
Arlene Ackerman wanted what she wanted. It didn't matter how much it cost. So here we are. I didn't make any decision. None. Zero. Okay.
Right.
But I'm suffering for it. Okay. That's how it is. So
All right. Thank you very much.
now I'll be in trouble.